Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna. Welcome everyone for this Karthik Vrata program that we are doing every evening. So it is really an auspicious program where we are hearing about the wonderful qualities of Krishna, and then we are doing this Brajamandal Parikrama, and also like we are singing Damodar Ashtakam and offering Arati to the Lord. Really very auspicious program. So thank you all for being part of this very wonderful program. And today we are going to hear one of the amazing qualities of Krishna from Her Grace Nilambari Mataji. Hare Krishna. Over to you, Mataji. You can start your presentation.
Am I audible, Prabhuji?
Yes, Mataji.
Om Ajnanaatimirandhasya Jnananjanashalaakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Namah Vishnupadaya Krishna Pristhaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swami Iti Namine. Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasadi Gaur Bhaktavrinda. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, and please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. And we have been talking about various qualities of Krishna this auspicious month of Karthik. So first of all, it's very difficult or it's impossible to understand glories of Krishna, his names, glories of his pastimes, glories of his forms, qualities. But still we try to do that to intensify our own devotion. So today we are going to talk about Krishna's wonderful quality as being self-control. So self-control means a person who is not disturbed by any kind of agitation or whose senses are never perturbed in any situation. And to explain this quality of Krishna, Srila Prabhupada has quoted Krishna's dealings with his queens in Dwarka. And Dwarka's opulence was unparalleled. It was even higher than opulence of heavenly planets. And there, Krishna lived as Dwarakadhish, and they're surrounded by thousands and thousands of family people, thousands and thousands of children, thousands and thousands of queens, and thousands of palaces and all facilities. If we hear about Krishna's Dwaraka pastime, it looks like that Krishna lived like a very optimistic person, or always surrounded by bhog and aishwarya, opulence and enjoyment. But Shukdev Goswami has clarified this point in first canto of Srimad Bhagavatam, where he described about Krishna's arrival in Dwarka after Kurukshetra war. And he mentioned that Krishna had thousands and thousands of wives, but he was completely self-controlled, and his senses were never disturbed, though he was surrounded by so many opportunities of sense enjoyment. And Shukdev Goswami spoke one wonderful verse in this regard. He says, Uttam bhav pishunamal valguhas Vridavalok nihito madano piyasa Sammuya chapa majha pramadottamasta Yasyendriya vimatitum kuhukena shekuhu. He says, Yasyendriyam vimatitum kuhuke na sheku. His senses or his indriyas were never agitated. Uddama bhava pishunamal valguhasa. Uddama bhava means by very exciting and beautiful smile. And pishunamal valguhasa means a very sweet glance or feminine gestures or tantrums of all those wonderful wives. Vridavalok nihito madano piyasa. Though these queens were so beautiful that they could conquer Madanopiyasa, even Madan. So they were so eligible that they could conquer even Madan or Cupid also. And not only Madan, as well as Amadan also. Amadan means one who is just opposite to Madan, or one who is not influenced by Madan or Cupid, or one who is very tolerant, very dhir, like Lord Shiva. So these queens were so magnanimous that they had ability to conquer Madan as well as Amadan. But despite all these, they could never agitate senses of their own husband, Lord Krishna. So they understood that Krishna can be attracted only through unalloyed loving services. And these queens were not proud of their position as Patranis of Dwarka or wives of Supreme Personality of Godhead. Rather, they consider themselves as Krishna's maidservants, and they personally used to render services to Krishna. So, Krishna is attracted only by loving devotional service and nothing else. He is not attracted by any mundane qualities like beauty, power, knowledge, or whatever opulence we possess, because he is the source of all these things. And he himself awards these things to all living entities. And there is actually only one relationship between Supreme Lord and all living entities. And we know all living entities are part and parcel of Supreme Lord, and all living entities are eternal servant of Supreme Lord. So, and the servitorship is there in all kinds of relationship with Supreme Lord. Whether somebody is connected to Krishna in Vatsalya Bhav or Sakhya Bhav or Madhuri Bhav. Everyone's purpose is to serve Krishna, Krishnera Nitya Das. Then question comes that why Krishna allows other relationship with devotees when there is only one relationship which is prominent. So Prabhupada writes in the purport of same verse that Krishna has no business to become husband of so many wives, but he reciprocates according to mood and services of devotees. And actually, he is not only husband of those queens of Dwarka, but he is husband of everyone. Shriyapati, Yagyapati, Prajapati, Dharapati, Lokapati, Dhiyampati, Prasidhata me Bhagavan Satampati. So he is master of Shriyapati, all opulences, Yagyapati, all sacrifices, Prajapati, all living entities, Dhyapati, master of all intelligence, and master of this planet, Dharapati, Lokapati, master of this universe, three planetary system, and he is master of all devotees also. So you can say that he is master of all living entities, all animate and inanimate things. So he is not only self-controlled, but he is master of senses of all living entities. And that's the reason he is also known as Rishikesh. So yes, but how can we experience that Krishna is self-controlled? And how can we living entities can be benefited by Krishna's this quality of being self-controlled? So we all living entities are struggling in this material world due to our own contaminated senses. So if we do not learn to control these senses, our own senses, and we degrade ourselves, and we will be trapped in this material world more and more. And there are various ways to control our senses, like cultivation of knowledge, meditation, yam, niyam, pranayam, pratyahar, austerity, charity, and so many things have been mentioned in scriptures. But all these paths are not only difficult, but chances of fall down are always there. But there is one easy way also. When we associate with somebody, we acquire his qualities. And Krishna is sense control, self control. So when we associate with Krishna on a regular basis, following the process, especially Harinam chanting, then we automatically become sense control. Our great Acharya, Bhakti Vinod Thakur says that Krishna's all 64 qualities are eternally present in Harinam. Important. So what else do we want? Association with Harinam makes us self-control automatically, and we don't need to put separate endeavors to become sense control. And it doesn't need any proof. We have seen many practical examples around us. When people come to Krishna consciousness, they automatically become sense control. And very quickly, they give up all nonsense activities in their life which they used to do. So many examples are there. Almost every devotee is an example in Srila Prabhupada's wonderful organization. So, what can be better proof of Krishna's this quality that he is completely sense control? And more important point is that what is the better solution for we living entities to become sense control other than association with Krishna? Nasyeva gatiranyata. There is no other way. No other way. So, thank you. Hare Krishna. Over to you, Prabhuji.
Hari Hari. It was a very wonderful narration on the aspect of Krishna being self controlled. And thank you, Mataji, for highlighting this wonderful quality. And every time we hear a quality of Krishna, so we get more and more attached to the Supreme Lord. And by this way, like we can actually become more, we can like the person of Krishna more and more. So we want to attain love of Godhead. And until unless we know about the Supreme Lord, it is not possible for us to develop love and affection towards him. And here we see Mataji very nicely highlighted the aspect of all of us are struggling because of the senses. And in the scriptures, the senses are mentioned as Kala Sarpa. And to deal with this Kala Sarpa is really very difficult. But then just by chanting the Hare Krishna mantra and associating with Krishna, who's ultimately self-controlled, and we can also become self-controlled by this way. Thanks, Mataji, for highlighting this very wonderful quality to all of us. It was really wonderful. So we will go to the next item of our today's program, that is the Vrajamandal Parikrama. And we have our Manjulali Mataji who will take us through today's Parikrama.
Hare Krishna, dear devotees, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada, Shri Vraj Mandal Parikrama ki jai. So here, the Parikramas have left the Shergar village. And ever since the Parikramas left Mathura, they haven't seen Mathura. And they haven't seen Yamuna Maya. So they're feeling this, they're having this feeling of separation with Yamuna Maya. And it's also getting colder there. At this time of the year in the Vrajamandal, it is cold. So they are being served with hot ginger tea with gur in it, as they call it, or jaggery in it. So they're sipping this and they're walking along the path almost around 3 kilometers from Shergar, where we stopped yesterday. And east of Shergar, they just 3 kilometers away from Shergar, they come across Yamuna Maya again, and they keep shouting again, Yamuna Maya ki jai, Yamuna Maya ki jai, Yamuna Maya ki jai. Why is Yamuna Maya so sacred? Because she carries with herself the transcendental pastimes of Sri Krishna and the Supreme Personality of Godhead and his eternal consort, Srimati Radharani. And wherever she goes, wherever she passes through all the three worlds, she spreads the glory of the Lord. And that is why she's so, so sacred. And her waters have become fragrant by the sandalwood and vermilion that has come out from Lord Krishna's body when he used to do the water sports. So there was this devotee again. We come back to Prabhupada's pastimes, and he was talking to Prabhupada, and he asked Prabhupada, where is the beautifully smelling Yamuna? And I don't see Yamuna that clean. And where are those beautiful plants and flowers and plants around Yamuna that used to be there? Here, Yamuna does not look to be so clean. So Prabhupada says this is Yog Maya covering. This is the covering of the Dhamma, and the Dhamma only reveals to itself to them who are totally engaged in the devotional service of the Lord, and they see the Dharma from the eyes of their heart and not by their mundane eyes. So, with this mood, let us move forward today. Let us go to Ramaghat. We have Samruddha and Devyani today taking us to these beautiful places. So, we're over to you, Samruddha.
Hare Krishna, dear devotees, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Today we are at Ramaghata. Groves of bushes, trees, and colorful flowers line the way to Ramaghata. All glories to Ramaghata, where Lord Balrama performed his Rasa dance. All glories to Lord Balrama, the son of Rohini. All glories to the residents of Vrindavana. While living in Dwaraka, Lord Balrama became anxious to see his parents and other Brajavasis again. The Brajavasis were also suffering in separation from him, were equally desperate to see him. One day, he decided to return to Vrindavana for a visit. Srila Jiva Goswami states that actually Krishna and Balrama both wanted to go to Vrindavana, but only Balrama was given the permission by Devaki and Vasudeva. Thus, Balrama came to Vrindavana without Krishna. He stayed throughout the beautiful spring, month of Chaitra and Vaishaka, mid-March to mid-May. During that time, he pacified Krishna's gopis and performed a Rasalila every night with his own gopis. Lord Balrama asked Yamuna Devi to come to him so that he could sport in her waters. In the small temple, we take darshana of a beautiful white deity of Dauji. Lord Balram is described by Srila Rupa Goswami as having a complexion that resembles the color of a crystal. To our knowledge, other than ISKCON's deity of Balrama, this is the only other white deity of Balrama in Braja. Viharvana. It is a fairly long way to Viharvana. Vihara means to wander, and Krishna loved to wander in the forest, which was one of his favorite playgrounds. In one sense, the whole Vrindavana is Krishna's playground, for he enjoyed his pastimes everywhere. When Nanda Maharaj was relocating from Gokula to Sakatavarta, Krishna and Balrama sat with their mothers on a bullock cart and gave them great bliss by their innocent conversation. Krishna asked Mother Rohini,
"Oh mother, where are we going riding on the bullock cart?" Rohini said, "Lala, crossing Yamuna, we are going to Vrindavana." "Krishna, what are we going to do in Vrindavan? What's there for? What abundant joy exists in Vrindavan for which we make such an endeavor?" Rohini said, "Oh son, there are many places for playing and things to play with." Hearing this, Krishna and Balram became jubilant, and while saying, "We will play in Vrindavan," started dancing on the bullock cart. We take darshan of the beautiful Radha Krishna deities here. Their simhasan is decorated with colorful peacocks made from shiny paper. Next to the temple lies Vihara Kunda. Akshayvata. Here we see Akshayvata, the eternal banyan tree, under whose branches it said Krishna and his friends ate lunch and enjoyed wrestling games 5,000 years ago. Tapovana. Tapovana on the bank of Yamuna is cloaked in shrubbery and flowering plants. The presiding deities, Shri Shri Radha Kunj Bihari, are named after the auspicious Gunja plants. Here the gopis performed austerities for the entire month of Margashirsha, month of Karthik, to get Krishna as their husband. During that period, they ate only unspiced khichdi. Every morning, the gopis bathed in the Yamuna before sunrise and then worshipped Katyayani Devi. As we skirt the Yamuna's sandy banks and walk towards Shiraghata, it's here that Krishna stole the unmarried gopis' garments, fulfilling their desire to have him as their husband. The Garga Samhita says that these gopis were previously women from Mithila, where Sita Devi was born. When they saw Lord Ramachandra at his wedding, they too desired to have him as their husband. However, the Lord vowed to accept only one wife. Instead, he fulfilled their desire when he appeared as Krishna in Dwapar Yuga. The pastime of Chiraghata took place on the day the gopis completed their month-long vow of worshipping Katyayani. On that day, the young girls invited Srimati Radharani and other important gopis to join them. We offer our humble obeisances to the deity Katyayani Devi installed here by Vairanbha. Srila Prabhupada's commentary on the worship of goddess Katyayani as the gopis performed it. The Vaishnavas generally do not worship any demigods. Srila Narottam Das Thakur has strictly forbidden all worship of demigods for anyone who wants to advance in pure devotional service. Yes, the gopis who are beyond compare in their affection for Krishna were seen to worship Durga. The worshippers of demigods sometimes mention that the gopis worship Durga. But we must understand the purpose of the gopis. Generally, people worship goddess Durga for some material benedictions. Here, the gopis pray to the goddess to become wives of Lord Krishna. The purport is that if Krishna is the center of activity, a devotee can adopt any means to achieve that goal. The gopis could adopt any means to satisfy or serve Krishna. That was the super excellent characteristic of the gopis. Nitai Gaur Premanande, Hari Hari Bol.
Jai, Hari Hari Bol. So these were two Vaishnavis narrating the beautiful pastimes of Lord Balaram and Lord Krishna. So let me tell you something about Samruddha. Samruddha practices Carnatic music. She's a very brilliant singer, and she attends the Gita courses of His Grace Achyuta Prabhu. And also she attends the Bhakti Vriksha of Madhusudan Prabhuji. And we pray that she progresses in her bhakti and she progresses in her devotional service every day, every night. And let all of you know about Devyani. She's the daughter of glorious parents, Her Grace Aishwarya Vrinda Mataji and His Grace Vikram Chaitanya Prabhu. She also participates in a lot of Vaishnavi retreats, and she's a source of inspiration to many, many Vaishnavis. So let us pray for the spiritual progress, that they become good preachers when they grow up. So let us chant for both the Vaishnavis. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, 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 Hare Hare. Thank you very much. Over to you, Prabhuji.
Hari Hari. Hare Krishna. That was a very wonderful Brajamandal Parikrama today. We went to amazing spots, and then we came back to Vrindavan and the Yamuna Maya. So it was like very, very nice. And now with this, we will get to the next program. That is the Damodara Ashtakam. And we have Pramesh Prabhu and the whole family over here. So Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
So when the Damodara Ashtakam is sung, I request all the devotees to kindly focus on the meaning and then the slokas in themselves. And then when the Hare Krishna mantra starts, you can switch on your videos and you can offer your lamps to the Lord over here. Hare Krishna. So over to you, Pramesh Prabhu. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna. Please accept our humble obeisances. Our voice is clear?
Yes, Prabhu. Yes. Hare Krishna.
नमामीश्वरं सच्चिदानन्दरूपं लसत्कुण्डलं गोकुले व्रजमानं नमामीश्वरं सच्चिदानन्दरूपं लसत्कुण्डलं गोकुले व्रजमानं यशोदाभियोलुकलाधवमानं परामृष्टमत्यन्ततोदृतगोप्या यशोदाभियोलुकलाधवमानं परामृष्टमत्यन्ततोदृतगोप्या नमामीश्वरं सच्चिदानन्दरूपं रसत्कुण्डलं गोकुले व्रजमानं नमामीश्वरं सच्चिदानन्दरूपं रसत्कुण्डलं गोकुले व्रजमानं रुदन्तं मुहुर्नेत्रं युग्मं मृजन्तं कराम्भोजयुग्मेन सातङ्कनेत्रं रुदन्तं मुहुर्नेत्रं युग्मं मृजन्तं कराम्भोजयुग्मेन सातङ्कनेत्रं मुहुश्वासकं पत्रिरेखाङ्ककण्ठ स्थितग्रैव दामोदरं भक्तिवतं मुहुश्वासकं कुण्डलं गोकुले व्रजमानम् इति दृक्ष्वलीलाभिरनन्दकुण्डे स्वघोषं निमज्जन्तमख्यपयन्तम् इति दृक्ष्वलीलाभिरनन्दकुण्डे स्वघोषं निमज्जन्तमख्यपयन्तम् तदीयेषु तगेषु भक्तैजितत्वम् पुनः प्रेमतस्तं शतावृत्ति वन्दे तदीयेषु तगेषु भक्तैजितत्वम् पुनः प्रेमतस्तं शतावृत्ति वन्दे नमामीश्वरं सच्चिदानन्दरूपं रसत्कुण्डलं गोकुले व्रजमानम्
नमामीश्वरं सच्चिदानन्दरूपं रसकुण्डलं गोकुले व्रजमानम्
वरं देवमोक्षं न मोक्षावधिं वा न चान्यं मृडेऽहं वरेशदपीह वरं देवमोक्षं न मोक्षावधिं वा न चान्यं मृडेऽहं
वरेशदपीह
इदं तेव पूर्णार्थ गोपाल बालं सदा मे मनस्याविरस्तकि मन्ये इदं तेव पूर्णार्थ गोपाल बालं सदा मे मनस्याविरस्तकि मन्ये नमामीश्वरं सच्चिदानन्दरूपं रसत्कुण्डलं गोकुले व्रजमानम् नमामीश्वरं सच्चिदानन्दरूपं रसत्कुण्डलं गोकुले व्रजमानम् इदं ते मुखाम्बोजमत्यन्तनीले कृतन्कुन्तले स्निग्धरक्तस्य गोप्या इदं ते मुखाम्बोजमत्यन्तनीले कृतन्कुन्तले स्निग्धरक्तस्य गोप्या मुहुश्चुम्बितं बिम्बरक्ताधरं मे मनस्या विरस्तामलं लक्ष्यलाभे
मुहुश्चुम्बितं बिम्बरक्ताधरं मे मनस्या विरस्तामलं लक्ष्यलाभे
नमामीश्वरं सच्चिदानन्दरूपं रसत्कुण्डलं गोकुले व्रजमानम्
नमामीश्वरं सच्चिदानन्दरूपं रसकुण्डलं गोकुले व्रजमानम्
नमो देवदामोदरनन्त विष्णु प्रसीद प्रभो दुःखजलाभिमग्नम् नमो देवदामोदरनन्त विष्णु प्रसीद प्रभो दुःखजलाभिमग्नम् कृपादृष्टिवृष्ट्यादिदिनं वतानु गृहाणेश मामज्ञमेध्यशिदृश्या कृपादृष्टिवृष्ट्यादिदिनं वतानु गृहाणेश मामज्ञमेध्यशिदृश्या नमामीश्वरं सच्चिदानन्दरूपं रसकुण्डलं गोकुले व्रजमानम् नमामीश्वरं सच्चिदानन्दरूपं रसकुण्डलं गोकुले व्रजमानम् कुबेरात्मजो बद्धमूर्ते वयद्वत् त्वया मोचितो भक्तिभाजो कृतो च कुबेरात्मजो बद्धमूर्ते वयद्वत् त्वया मोचितो भक्तिभाजो कृतो च तथा प्रेम भक्तिं स्वकामे प्रयक्ष मोक्षे ग्रहो मे श्रीदामोदरेह तथा प्रेम भक्तिं स्वकामे प्रयक्ष नमामीश्वरं सच्चिदानन्दरूपं रसकुण्डलं गोकुले व्रजमानं नमामीश्वरं सच्चिदानन्दरूपं रसकुण्डलं गोकुले व्रजमानं नमामीश्वरं सच्चिदानन्दरूपं रसकुण्डलं गोकुले व्रजमानं जय राधा दामोदर राधा दामोदर राधे 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 जय जय प्रभुपाद 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 जय जय प्रभुपाद जय जय प्रभुपाद 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 जय जय प्रभुपाद निताय गौर हरि बोल हरि बोल हरि बोल निताय गौर हरि बोल निताय गौर हरि बोल हरि बोल हरि बोल निताय गौर हरि बोल 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 हरि बोल
ओम प्रेमानंदे
हरि हरि बोल
कार्तिक मास की
जय
दामोदर अष्टमी की
जय
श्रीला प्रभुपाद
की जय
हरे कृष्ण
हरे कृष्ण
Hare Krishna. You may read the meanings, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Text 1. To the Supreme Lord, whose form is the embodiment of eternal existence, knowledge, and bliss, whose shark-shaped earrings are swinging to and fro, who is beautifully shining in the divine realm of Gokula, who I, due to the offense of breaking the pot of yogurt that his mother was churning into butter, and then stealing the butter that was kept hanging from a swing, is quickly running from the wooden grinding mortar in fear of Mother Yashoda, who has been caught from behind by her, who ran after him with greater speed. To that Supreme Lord, Sri Damodara, I offer my humble obeisances. Text 2. Seeing the whipping stick in his mother's hand, he is crying and rubbing his eyes again and again with his two lotus hands. His eyes are filled with fear, and the necklace of pearls around his neck, which is marked with 3 lines like a conch shell, is shaking because of his quick breathing due to crying. To this Supreme Lord, Sri Damodara, whose belly is bound, not with ropes, but with his mother's pure love, I offer my humble obeisances. Text 3. By such childhood pastimes as this, he is drowning the inhabitants of Gokula in pools of ecstasy and is revealing to those devotees who are absorbed in knowledge of his supreme majesty and opulence that he is only conquered by devotees, whose pure love is imbued with intimacy and is free from all conceptions of awe and reverence. With great love, I again offer my obeisances to Lord Damodara hundreds and hundreds of times. Text 4. O Lord, although you are able to give all kinds of benedictions, I do not pray to you for the boon of impersonal liberation, nor the highest liberation of eternal life in Vaikuntha, nor any other boon which may be obtained by executing the 9 processes of bhakti. O Lord, I simply wish that this form of yours as Balagopal in Vrindavana may ever be manifest in my heart. For what is the use to me of any other boon besides this? Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Lord, your lotus face, which is encircled by locks of soft black hair, tinged with red, is kissed again and again by Mother Yashoda, and your lips are reddish like the bimba fruit. May this beautiful vision of your lotus face be ever manifest in my heart. Thousands and thousands of other benedictions are of no use to me. O Supreme Godhead, I offer my obeisance unto you. O Damodara, O Ananta, O Vishnu, O Master, O my Lord Vishnu, be pleased upon me by
showering your glance of mercy upon me. Deliver this poor ignorant fool who is immersed in the ocean of worldly sorrows and become visible to my eyes. Lord Damodara, O Lord Damodara, just as the two sons of Kuvera, Manigriva and Nala Kuvera, were delivered from the curse of Narada and make into great devotees by you in your form as a baby tied with rope to a wooden grinding mortar. In the same way, I please give to me your own prem bhakti. I only beg for this and have no desire for any other kind of liberation. Verse 8. O Lord Damodara, I first of all offer my obeisance to the brilliantly elegant rope which bind your belly. I then offer my obeisance to your belly, which is the abode of the entire universe. I humbly bow down to your most beloved beloved Shrimati Radharani, and I offer all my obeisance to you, the Supreme Lord, who display unlimited pastimes. Hare Krishna.
Hari Hari, thanks a lot for this wonderful Damodarashtakam program. Hari Hari. So, this Karthik Vata program, we are doing it every day. And then by these wonderful devotees who are coming and participating and making such wonderful devotional presentations, not just that we can become Krishna conscious, we can execute this Karthik Vrata in a nice way. So thanks a lot for all the devotees who are coming and participating and performing here. And because of this, like, we are able to come together and do this Karthik Vrata program nicely. And one speciality of this program is every day different devotees are coming and performing. And in this way, we are getting to know like various devotees and how intensely and how nicely they are practicing devotion to Krishna, this Bhakti Yoga. And we are also able to do this Karthik Vata program. So it's really nice program where we are coming together. In Kali Yuga, coming together is very difficult. But then we are coming together every day and we are performing this Vrata. So thanks a lot. And please share this information to as many people as possible so that many more devotees can take advantage of this Karthik Vrata program. And Karthik is just there next few days, that's all, like 5-6 days. This Sunday we will come to an end of this program. So please take advantage of this wonderful opportunity, and then give this opportunity to as many people as possible. Thanks a lot. Hari Bol. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Karthik Vrata program ki jai. Gaura Bhakta Vrinda ki jai. Hare Krishna.